Music world, what's up? My name is Aunty and you're listening to Just Earworms. With me are my buddies, MD,
Podcast Nation, what's poppin'?
and next to him is the best shot blocker and Hershey's cookies and cream lover, Manish Malampad.
Hello, Adi. I love you too.
Okay. We decided to start this program as a way to connect our love for music with something that we could share with our audience. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about Navraj Singh Goraya's new album, Good Intentions. What did you guys think about the album? And when you first heard it, what was your initial reaction, Manish and Madhav?
Okay, so when I first heard it, I was listening to this while doing stats homework,
Disgusting.
something Manish is not fond of. But
Absolute
uh,
trash.
and when I first listened, I was like, okay, this is really boring. Why am I listening to this album? Because I didn't really feel the vibe with the first few songs. But then, like, I finished stats and I started listening to the album all over again, and I actually liked most of the songs on the album. There were some songs here and there that I was like, eh, I didn't really have like much of a liking to them, but he definitely starts strong. The entire album starts off strong, and like Good Intentions, the intro itself was really good. Another thing that was like really interesting was there were a lot of like huge features on this song list. Like there's a Travis, Future, Young Thug, Uzi, Gunna, Pop Smoke, Young Thug twice actually, Don Toliver. So yeah, it was a star-studded album, and I liked it quite a bit.
Just talking about the star-studded part of it, I don't think half of the features lived up to it. That's
Yeah,
just
I
what I think
I
agree.
about it.
agree. I agree.
Manish, what did you think?
Uh, I was definitely like hyped for this album because like it's Nav. Like the whole idea behind Nav is that he gives you some quality shit to listen to in the car with the boys, and like, dude, and like yeah, I think he like for the most part he delivered on that. I can't talk with you doing that. You're an idiot, Audie.
uh,
But yeah, I think yeah, for the most part he delivered.
yeah. Um. So, what do you think are the best songs from the album? Um. Per like, what would you say are the five songs that you would listen to from this album? Like your top five. Um. For me, if I just go first, I think Codeine on this album has the best beat. Turks because it has Travis Scott in it. The album with the song Coast to Coast, which we were talking about, it has a very it's a very good song in general. Saint Laurent is something that's very vibey. It has its own vibe. It makes you feel really good. And those four songs are songs that I would listen to. And then the last one that I really did like was Run It Up with Pop Smoke.
Hmm.
Um, that was also very good. Another thing that I noticed from this album was I think the last 8 to 9 songs were all Nav, and those songs are the ones that you like really vibe with because it's him talking about it's him being emotional and putting himself out there, but at the same time he talks about like his usual stuff, which is like girls, money, cars, lifestyle, and everything like that. So I think that's probably why I felt like the first like 6 to 7 songs, even though there were a lot of features, didn't sit well with me. But then the last half was the reason why I feel like this project made up for all the hype it had on Twitter last night. And I don't like Young Thug, so I think that probably plays a big part in it. Manish, what are your top five songs on this album?
I'd say my top five. I have Turks, Run It Up, Recap, She Hurtin', and probably Good Intentions. Yeah, that's probably my top five.
Yeah.
Cause like you said, like with the whole like emotional side, I feel like, in my opinion, She Hurtin' did that like the best.
Yeah.
Especially like the beat, it like fit that whole entire vibe really well. So like, yeah.
Right. Marvel, what would you say were the top five?
I think my top five are Saint Laurent, Coast to Coast, Recap. Don Tolliver popped off on Recap.
Yeah.
She Hurtin', and then it's between Good Intentions, and I actually kind of like Status as well. But yeah, those are my top five.
Shout out Don Toliver. I completely
Shout
forgot
out
about
Don Tolliver, bro.
Toliver. Again, he brings it. He brings it every
Yeah.
single time he does it. Shout out Don. Um, do you feel like? Do you feel like? I feel like most of the songs that had features on it, if it didn't have those features, the song would have been better. Like an extra verse from Nav maybe might have made that song more better. Do you guys feel that way? Like, do you guys think like it needed those many features? Because when I first saw like the track list, it almost felt very suffocating because every other song pretty much had a feature.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like there were a lot of features, and I felt like some of the songs actually needed features. Like to all those Nav fans out there, uh, I'm sorry to say this, but in my opinion, Brown Boy was one of the lower end songs
Yeah,
on this track list, in my opinion, and that song could have used a feature more than any other song. And like obviously for like songs like Recap, like a feature from Don Tolliver spices it up. So like for songs like those, that's good. But like
right.
I don't think you needed to feature Young Thug twice. Like
Yeah,
I don't think you need to feature Young Thug at
Young Thug
all.
at all. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't like him after that whole like that Aunty thing. That thing just took
I'd
no
put that in my notes. Okay, this I'd have to admit that Young Thug on this album was a lot better than the Auntie Young Thug.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
100%.
Like
But that's
Young
not
Thug's
a high
good.
bar to pass.
Yeah, but I feel like okay, this is what I like when we say like we don't like Young Thug, it isn't because he's not good. It's because we just don't. I personally just don't like the way he sounds. Like I just don't vibe with it. Like I know people
Me
like it,
neither.
but it's just something I personally don't like. I find like people who do praise him for being such a good artist, like well, among those people, I feel like he's very overrated. Like it's not like he's not godly. Like people, calm down.
Another thing that I found
Yeah,
like really interesting was I'm pretty sure everyone knows that The Weeknd was a co-producer of this album. But
I
like,
did not know that.
okay, well now you know it. You new information
Okay,
every day.
every
But
day,
yeah,
every day.
the you don't see like The Weeknd's influence on this album anywhere.
But
Like
yeah,
like I feel like
He probably did the back
he
half of the
was
album.
just probably, but like I feel like he was just kind of there. You know, like in all honesty, like The Weeknd could have been a feature on one of these songs, and people would have enjoyed it more than Young Thug or
yeah.
even like yeah, like
But I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
also because it's like there's Nav has his own style, and I don't think he really wants anyone to like come in and mess that up. Like I understand Weekend like was a producer, but like the thing about Nav is like Manish said, it's just like stuff that you want to listen to when you're with like when you want to get hyped up and when you're with your friends. I don't think this is something that really. This is not like a. You can't expect bars from Nav. All you can expect is those catchy songs. Like
Yeah,
honestly, I was thinking about it,
I treat Nav the same way I treat Playboy Cardi,
and
honestly.
the baby, same the
Yeah.
same way. I feel like
But the
I feel
baby, like
yeah,
honestly, like out of these three people, I'd say the baby has like the
good bars.
closest shot at good bars.
Yeah, I feel, and I also feel um, like for like artists like Nav or like Cardi, you have an album, and if you have two songs, like even like let's just talk about the Nav album. Like if you have like three to four songs out of 18 that that sound good, that's like a big success because those 3 to 4 songs, because of the type of music that they make, is gonna constantly get played, which makes them more appealing as artists. So I definitely feel like having like Nav did like a really good job on this album. Like there's definitely more than 3 to 4 songs that I would go back and listen to. But the 3, 4, 5 songs, how many ever you guys had, that was that you guys thought were the best. That's like something that I really think Nav did a good job on. Like there are some hits on the album, and knowing Nav, those songs are gonna get played over and over again. What do you think about? I felt like the beat on Saint Laurent was very vibey and interesting, and I don't know if Weekend produced that. It could be. It did sound like a very Weekend type beat. So, what do you guys think about that song? I really want to like know your opinion about it.
I think, like I said, Saint Laurent is one of my favorite songs in the album, and I'm not gonna lie, like as you said, Adi, it does remind you a little bit of The Weekend. I'm going to be cautious at saying this because we have a super fan of this artist amongst us, but I got a little bit of Post Malone vibes from the song as well. So I enjoyed the song. It was like interesting, and like I could probably listen to the song on repeat.
Yeah, I mean, I found that it's like a very catchy song. Like that's what Post Malone is good at, and I definitely think I agree with you. Like the song is very catchy. Like this is one song that I was uh, listening to this morning, and I felt like this was something that was very catchy. Like it makes you like want to listen to it. Manish, is there any song that you just dislike, you did not like from the album, did not gel well with you?
I did not like No Debate. And I didn't like Overdose because I felt like it was a poor man's She Hurtin'. Because it's basically doing the same exact thing, but like you already have She Hurtin', so like why even listen to that song?
Yeah. I also did not like No Debate, and Brown Boy was I didn't like it that much, but I felt like My Space was a really good song that I forgot to mention earlier. Like that's one song that I really did like, and that was very old Nav. So for the people that have been listening to Nav for a long time, that was like his old stuff. And I know the person who did make a request for this podcast. Uh, I think she listens to old Nav, so I felt like that was something that she probably really
Yeah.
liked. Madhav,
Oh yeah, I
anything
forgot to
that
mention I didn't like No Ice either. I did not like that at all.
I thought it was pretty vibey. But
I
that's
didn't
also
like
because I listened to half the song and just went over.
it.
Yeah, I listened to half of it. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to listen to it. What about you, Molly?
Yeah, I think like I definitely did not like Brown Boy. It's probably like my least favorite song in the album, and as Manish said, I to half of the song and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't listen to this anymore, and I skipped it. But
Yeah,
I think
Brown Boy,
overall,
the chorus was so cringy.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
he
it's
had
like
like a little concept for it. It was hilarious.
yeah, I did not vibe with that song at all.
I think there's a Baby's RS line in this album. Something about him getting had in front of Toys R Us. I think there was a bar like that. It was very cringy. That was horrible actually. I didn't.
Sure, I didn't
Yeah.
listen to the song long enough to actually notice that. I listened to half of it and skipped it because I was bored of it.
Yeah, it's a hit or a miss. Like Nav is just like a hit or miss artist. Like you go
Yeah,
big or you go home. That's pretty much Nav.
yeah.
Now that I feel like, is there anything else that you guys want to mention? Talk about the album. I feel like in my opinion, the album was good because it had like it was good in the sense that it had that one thing that Nav is looking for, which is instant hits, like those 1 or 2 songs that are gonna blow up instantly on TikTok or on Spotify or people listen to them every day. And he got that. Like there are some songs that really have blow up potential. So I'll definitely give credit to Nav when it comes to that. Um, Apart from that, I felt like the album was aight, and yeah. And then I want to pose a question for you guys. Like, what is your favorite Nav song?
Recently, no shout out Calmyard. Know Me is so good
Hmm.
because that song. It's I mean like in terms of Nav, because like
Yeah.
it's that one song, it just gets you moving.
Right.
Yeah, shout out Calm Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Manish. I really like Nomi, and then obviously like one of his classics is Champion. I really like Champion. Another song I like is Some Way because it has The Weekend on it.
Yeah. I like Tussin with Young Thug. Just
No,
kidding.
you don't.
Hell
Shut
no.
up.
I don't like it.
Hell.
It's horrible. Song's
Hell.
bad. But I do like around 240 when he says that line. I just threw up. But yeah, Young Thug is very interesting. I mean, my favorite Nav song will probably be Champion because that's what everyone listens to. But to be honest, like if you ask me to listen to Nav, I probably wouldn't listen to Nav. Like that's just me. I don't like him that much to like listen to him. So I'm not gonna make an opinion on a favorite Nav song. So yeah, that's what I think. And I think we're done with the album. We're done with the favorite song. I was thinking, like we did for the last album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, we rate this album 5 brown boys meaning bad and 1 brown boy meaning good. So what would you give this album? Oh, just
I
because
think I'd give this
yeah.
2.5 brown boys.
So you would say it's like a 70%. It's pretty good.
Sure, whatever
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
scale means.
No, it's because no one liked Brown Boys, so 5 of Brown Boys are not it's horrible, but one is tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
two
like
and a half out of 5 is 70%.
Yeah. It should be, right? Wait, no. Wait. No. You're not getting it. 2.5 out of 5 in this sense, if it's 1 to 5 star rating, and you give something, and in this case we're going backwards. 2.5 out of 5 in a 1 to 5 star rating would be a 3.5 out of 5. Do you see it? Like
I see what he's doing.
yeah, so 3.5
That
out of 5. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but yeah, 2.5. Let's not confuse. 2.5 Brown Boys. What about you, Mark?
I would say like around 3 brown boys out of 5.
I would also probably give it a 3.25 Brown Boys. But actually 3 Brown Boys because he did shout out his dad. So 3 Brown Boys for now. Yeah, so that's what I think about the album. I found it enjoyable to listen to, but that's only when you're feeling hyped. Like that's the only time you really enjoy the songs on this album. And I think you guys want to add anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Not really.
Okay. I think we'll just call it there. Please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us, and it will also mean a lot if you guys comment and let us know what you guys want us to do. And remember, you can come on as a guest because our previous podcast had Shivani as a guest for J. Cole, and she's a really big fan of J. Cole. So if you do feel strongly about any artist, please definitely come on. Uh, for our next podcast, we'll be uh, I'll give you guys a clue. I'll give you guys like a small like puzzle. Figure it out. It's about an artist who recently reached a net worth of $1 billion,
That's
and
an
the
easy
podcast is
clue.
yeah, but whatever. The podcast is coming out on Wednesday, and it has some special guests, so keep a lookout for that. Thank you for listening. Until next time on Just Earworms. Peace.